Let's look at the top headlines first. Counting of votes in 5 states to be taken up tomorrow. BJP leaders are using militants in elections, said INC candidate Ojoy. And India logs 4,575 new COVID cases, 145 fatalities in last 24 hours. Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to ELITETV English News. This is Utpala. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Counting of votes for assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Punjab, Goa and Manipur will be taken up tomorrow. Election Commission will start releasing trends for all the 5 states on its website and app from 8 a.m. onwards. In Manipur, all arrangements have been made for tomorrow's counting, which will start at 8 a.m. The main contest in the state is between ruling BJP and Congress party. Most of the exit polls have predicted victory for BJP in the state. In Uttar Pradesh, assembly elections for 403 seats were held in 7 phases from February 10 to March 7. Most of the exit polls have predicted that ruling BJP will retain power in the state with a comfortable majority. In Uttarakhand, elections for 70-member assembly were held in a single phase on February 14. The state has recorded a voter turnout of 62.5% this time. The main contest is between ruling BJP and opposition Congress. Various exit polls have predicted neck-and-neck battle between BJP and Congress. Polling for Punjab Assembly elections was held in a single phase on February 20. The state witnessed a multi-cornered contest between ruling Congress, Aam Aadmi Party, SAD-BSP Alliance, BJP PLC Alliance and Sanyukt Samaj Morcha Party. In Goa, all arrangements have been completed for counting of votes. Polling for 40-member assembly elections was held in a single phase on February 14. Goa Chief Electoral Officer Kunal told AIR News that the counting will start at 8 a.m. and the results are expected to be declared by 11 a.m. BJP's true face would have been exposed in front of everyone if the election was conducted in free and fair norms, said INC candidate Ojoy of Utpala Assembly constituency. It is a big misfortune that in a state where parliamentary system of democracy has not fulfilled completely, BJP leaders are using militants in election, he stated in a press meet at his residence. We have seen farmers turning into beggars and the air was filled with their cries during the rule of BJP party, he further said. It is not even enough to say that BJP party is a party filled with only propaganda and advertisement. We all have heard about BJP using unfair means in election in the areas where Naga and Kuki people reside, Ojoy stated. It is a big disappointment that in order to win the election, they bribed militants with money and false promises.
BJP ki sarkar si propaganda ki sarkar ni, advertisement sarkar ni, sin ki sarkar ni, Utpala mangang bagi sarkar ni, senjatum da da haling balai taba awang bataki senjatum da tawa adung makal ki sarkar mani. Ai ko ki achau proxy tawdna wasi na kisalaga BJP ki symbol natana atai vote number ya handaba loina na cellular tape na padna namfu da sason pai na saw na kone yesidi cover da biang khwai na khangaba pone marai da kaisu mari yen ni ngai leite kumba awang pok barot kumba apik pa state aduga barot ki parliamentary system of democracy na sabsana marata bawaliba lalhobugi irang leiba lamdamda hauzik sarkar fairiba BJP ki luchingba laaga laloba kambu da paisa piraga moi gi apamba demand nagagi demand kuki gi demand pini haina aikogi laloba kambu season nandra aikogi election da laloba kambu season ngai season ba haibase barot ki itihas da amukta thoki draba madugumba barot ki parliamentary system of democracy ki itihas da amukta thoki draba tangba onthokna aikogi condemn tawningai oiba barot ki itihas ki amuba kali na taiga da barayang ki tangkak amani haina aina lowe.
5 of Janata Dal United members to camp in Imphal and help keep vigil in the counting process in Manipur Assembly elections. 5 of the Janata Dal United members of Parliament shall be camping in Imphal, stated Shri Afaq Ahmed Khan, General Secretary and in charge of Northeast Janata Dal United (JDU). The party has written to the Election Commission of India to direct the district election officers, RO and AROs to strictly ensure that complete videography is done in counting centers by CCTV. Counting of postal ballots are done before the counting of EVM votes. New round of counting to be taken up only after the announcement of each round of counting, and adequate security to be provided to the counting agents, he further stated. If the party gets any complaints from the JDU candidates about any foul play during counting, the members of parliament shall sit in dharna in front of respective counting centers, he added. Students of Jiribam district appealed to give out pass marks to each student regarding the class 10th examination to be conducted by Board of Secondary Education Manipur BOSEM, considering the hurdle caused due to the COVID-19. They further stated that they would work by themselves for the remaining marks. People should recognize the role of women, as one society can never be developed without them, said M.H. Khan, Additional Chief Secretary of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj, RD and PR. He stated this at a function held today at Hotel Imphal to give respect to those women who are working as maids for Mahatma Gandhi NREGA in relation to International Women's Day, organized by RD and PR Department, Government of Manipur. The function was attended by various maids of MGNREGA. As a continuation, M.H. Khan further stated, in order to build up not only a family but a society, women are taking up a big role in various fields. Therefore, it is a must to give respect and honor to women equally. Along with this, he mentioned about meeting up the job card beneficiaries and interact with them on the 11th of this month.
We have assembled here just to recognize and realize that women power is there, which is very, very important for the development of the state, for the development of the nation. I give my best wishes to all my sisters and my colleagues here, from the lady officers, lady staff, all the maids who are doing their best efforts for the success of Manrega. The Manrega scheme is very, very important for the development of the villages, and the role and responsibility of the maids for that purpose is very, very crucial, very, very important. And with your support, I think the Manrega scheme has reached at a very high level, and we would like to take it to further high level. So I solicit your cooperation, and today on this auspicious day, I want to recognize and I also want to appreciate the contribution made by all the lady maids, all the women who are working as maids for the development.
Film Forum Manipur, along with Indigenous Manipuri Martial Arts Academy, IMMAA, Brahmapur Imphal International Painter, Konthaujam Michael Meitei, and campaigner of free and fair election Manikanta Mutum, and infamous social worker Naban Nongthombam helped out social and cultural activist Raksh Narayans and his family, who suffered from fire, broke out at his home with money, food and clothing. Chairman S. Mangoljao and Vice Chairman Birendra Salam of Film Forum Manipur were present at the visitation at around 8:30 a.m. today at the village where Rakesh and his family were seeking refuge. Legal advisor Advocate K.H. Iboyaima and worker Chungkham Ranbir of IMMAA condemned this crisis of burning down Rakesh's home. Chungkham Ranbir said Raksh Narayans is someone who is very important for the society. He is not only a writer with different mindset but also a social and cultural activist. He is someone who works hard to save the art of this state. It is beyond humanity ground to burn down the home of someone who is as valuable as him and giving him and his family a great suffering just for the selfish view of politics of some people. It can be noted that Raksh Narayans is someone who has always participated in arts, social and other issues of the state. Just because he and his family were working for BJP candidate Paunam Brojain of Wangjing Assembly constituency, the supporters of Moirangthem Himanta, a candidate of INC, burned down his house with patron bomb. Kaithilmanbi Battalion of IGAR South conducted an inspirational event remembering the role of women in the independence struggle by organizing lecture on women freedom fighters, followed by lectures on Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana by SBI executive and Beti Bachao Beti Padhao lecture for families, children of Kaithilmanbi garrison yesterday. In a release, PRO IGRS informed that the lectures were conducted to increase awareness among the families, children of the garrison about the glorious role of women in the independence struggle and their importance in the present society. The families and children appreciated the informative lectures conducted by Assam Rifles, which would be a right step towards inculcating spirit of patriotism and pride in women of their society. On the other hand, various events were organized to celebrate International Women's Day by various Assam Rifles battalions under the aegis of IGR South, including distribution of rations and essential commodities to children and widows belonging to below poverty line segment of society, and conduct of awareness program meant for girl child by Sajik Tampak Battalion, More Battalion and Jasad Battalion of Assam Rifles in their respective areas of responsibility yesterday. In a release, PRO IGRS said that Sajik Tampak Battalion carried out the event to address the adolescent girls belonging to impoverished families, badly constrained financially due to COVID-19 and not being able to go to school. The essential ration was distributed to St. Mary's School, Kolen and Primary School, Aigijang, meant for economically weaker section. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after a short break.
WMC is excited to announce that the third plenary session 2022 Delhi will be held on the 17th of April 2022 at Western Court, Janpat, New Delhi. This year's theme is Reawakening Our Spirit of Oneness. ELITETV is our media and channel partner. The entire event on 17th April will be telecast live on ELITETV. This event is organized by World Meitei Council. For more details, contact us on worldmeiteicouncil@gmail.com or 981-855-9349 or 991-083-6635.
Season Yai Lifestyle Private Limited की food supplement registered under the MCA Ministry of Corporate Affairs हाइरिबा मखल असिगी product मंगादगी कानबा फंगबिगनी मदुदी अहानबदा Perfect Plus urinary tract infection disease kayadagi ngakthokpa ngami control glucose levels in blood improve immunity antioxidant liver disease amadi liver sokhanbadagi ngakthoi remove toxins haksangdagi fataba sengdokpa lok lahau toina togonbadasu fali ani subada perfect glow uring amadi mahing fahanba acne scar fahanba mai nanthokhanba skin nganthokhanba kuchuk men thokhali mai khwihende hum subada perfect ionic mineral diabetes BP wangba asthma khwang naba saru sonba haksangdagi fataba sengdokpa tumbaya daba piles arthritis ising mari nuai taba anti aging khongya saba puramak fahali mari subada Perfect active brain na tumba yadaba fahali kok ngawba wakal pothahanba tumba yadaba memory booster tension handhanba amusung mga sugda Perfect woman care na urinary tract infection premenstrual syndrome angang khaudanaba thagi khongkap chang naidaba fingau ka hena chatpa vaginal infection kayada fahanba ngami Home delivery gi khudong sabasu phongbigani Hena kupamarol gi dama khoi contact number 8413968314 da contact tobiu
Welcome back. You're watching ELITETV English News. India logged 4,575 new coronavirus infections, taking the total tally of COVID-19 cases to 4,29,75,883, while the active cases dipped to 46,962, according to the Union Health Ministry data updated on Wednesday. The data updated at 8 a.m. reported the death toll climbed up to 5,15,355, with 145 fresh fatalities. The active cases comprise 0.11% of the total infections, while the national COVID-19 recovery rate further improved to 98.69%, the ministry informed. The total number of people who have recuperated from the disease surged to 4,24,13,566, and the case fatality rate was recorded at 1.20%. The daily positivity rate was recorded as 0.51%, while the weekly positivity rate was 0.62%. The cumulative doses administered in the country so far under the nationwide COVID-19 vaccination drive has exceeded 179.33 crore. International flights to and from India will resume from 27th of March. The Civil Aviation Ministry has suspended the regular international flights in March 2020 in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. The ministry said that after recognizing the increased vaccination coverage across the globe and in consultation with the stakeholders, the government has decided to resume scheduled commercial international passenger services to and from India from 27th of this month. More than 2 decades after the infamous hijacking of Indian Airlines flight IC814, family of victim Rupin Katyal finally got justice after hijacker Mistry Zahur Ibrahim, also known as Jamali, was gunned down in Karachi in Pakistan by unidentified gunmen on March 1st. With the killing of Ibrahim, only 2 out of 5 Jaish-e-Mohammed hijackers are alive in Pakistan, including Ibrahim Azhar, elder brother of Masood Azhar, and Rauf Asghar, the 2 kingpins of the globally designated terrorist group. 25-year-old Rupin Katyal was brutally murdered by Zahur Mistry on December 25th, 1999, using a sharp instrument, and his body was retrieved from the hijacked plane in UAE. He, along with his wife, were returning to Delhi after honeymoon in Kathmandu on that fateful day. According to counter-terrorism experts, only Ibrahim Azhar and Shahid Akhtar Saeed are alive in Pakistan, with the latter moving away from Karachi to relative protection of lawless Khyber Pakhtunkhwa area of Pakistan. It is understood that while one of the hijackers died due to natural causes, another was killed by Indian security forces during the December 13, 2001 attack on Parliament by the same Sunni jihadist group with Deobandi ideology. It is understood that the funeral of Zahur Mistry was attended by senior leaders of JEM Group, which is headquartered in Bahawalpur in Pakistan's Punjab province. Masood Azhar, Omar Said Sheikh, both then affiliated to Harkat ul Ansar Group, and a Kashmiri terrorist Mushtaq Ahmad Zargar, were released by the Indian government on December 31st, 1999 in Kandahar under the watch of the then Taliban terror regime. After being released, Azhar met then Taliban chief Mullah Omar and then crossed over to Pakistan via Spinbolda crossing in Quetta. The Jaish-e-Mohammed terror group was formed by Masood Azhar on his return to Pakistan and immediately wreaked vengeance by attacking the Srinagar Secretariat in October 2001 and Indian Parliament on December 13, 2001. He also launched a fedayeen or suicide attack on Ram Janmbhoomi temple in 2005, but the attack was unsuccessful, or else it would have caused massive communal conflagration in UP. It is pertinent to recall that the entire West, including its media, advised military restraint to India after IC 814 hijacking and parliament attack without sanctioning Pakistan for launching these terror attacks. MEA External Affairs Ministry has stated that all Indian students stranded at Sumy city of Ukraine have been successfully moved out. In a tweet, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi said India has moved out all Indian students from Sumy. He tweeted that they are currently en route to Poltava, from where they will board trains to western Ukraine. He further added flights under Operation Ganga are being prepared to bring them home. At least 10 people have died in a Russian military attack in Ukraine's Severodonetsk city, according to reports. This comes as Ukraine's war with Russia entered day 14. Several key cities in Ukraine have witnessed relentless shelling as Moscow escalated its military aggression with eyes on the capital city of Kiev. The foreign ministers of Russia and Ukraine are scheduled to meet this week in Turkey after talks held earlier failed to resolve the conflict. But the invading force of more than 150,000 troops retains large and possibly decisive advantages in firepower as they bear down on key cities. The Pentagon on Tuesday estimated that Russia retains about 95% of the combat power it has deployed in Ukraine, accounting for weapons and vehicles destroyed or made inoperable, as well as troops killed and wounded. Their losses, while modest at first glance, are significant for 2 weeks of fighting. 2 weeks of war have created a humanitarian crisis in Ukraine that has accelerated in recent days. The United Nations estimates that 2 million Ukrainians have fled their country, and the number is expected to grow. For ELITETV News Channel, contact the email address info@elitetv.in or 940-289-0982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. Let's look at the top headlines once again. Counting of votes in 5 states to be taken up tomorrow. BJP leaders are using militants in elections, said INC candidate Ojoy. And India logs 4,575 new COVID cases, 145 fatalities in last 24 hours. That's all for now. Thank you for watching ELITETV. Stay safe and have a great evening.